he has gone on record and clearly mentioned that Starbucks remains a very important market for them. It is in fact one of the fastest growing markets for Starbucks globally, and they continue to be as invested in this country.
Hi, today at Entrepreneur, we are with Sushant Dash, CEO of Starbucks India. Sushant, thank you so much for talking to us today, and congratulations on the 500 stores of Starbucks. Quite a feat.
Yes, thank you for inviting me, and thank you. Yes, it is a momentous occasion. Been a long journey. 500 stores for us is a very proud moment. Not just 500 store, the 500th store is also a reserve store. The first reserve store in North India, the first reserve store in Delhi, the second in the country. So yeah, many things to celebrate today.
I guess you started your journey in India with the first reserve store, and the 500th one is also a reserve store, is it?
So no, the first store that we opened was the store in Mumbai, which was at Fort.
Okay.
It was a regular store, but it was a large store. When we opened the first reserve, we converted that store on our 10th anniversary into a reserve store.
Okay.
And so this is the first standalone reserve store.
Okay, wonderful. So 13 years is a long time. I mean, Starbucks has really made a wave. It's already a cult brand, and in India also everyone is a follower. Even my 12-year-old loves Starbucks. So how has been the journey like?
I think it has been a really great journey. I think the fact that today, in the 13 years, we have reached a milestone of 500 stores. The fact that we are there in 81 cities, I think that gives you a lot of pride. That the fact that a brand like Starbucks can spread to every nook and corner. Forget tier 1. We are today there in tier 2, tier 3.
Yeah.
And people are accepting us. So it gives us a lot of joy. So it has been a great journey. I think it's been a function of a lot of things. Innovation in terms of food, innovation in terms of beverages, the store design. I think our partners in terms of the connection and the warmth. So all of that has led to this place that we are in, and 500 stores.
Absolutely. So whatever market you enter, you actually create a wonderful space, and same happened in the Indian market. We saw many Indian coffee chains opening up after that. So how does that competition look like? Has that given more space in terms of going ahead, working on more innovations?
So I think for us, in a sense, competition we believe is good because it helps us to expand the market. I keep saying this, in many other categories which are mature categories, you grow by gaining share from others. It is a question of brand share gain. In our case, we will grow because we expand the category. And more the number of players, more the amount of innovation, more the number of stores, the faster will be the category growth.
Okay.
Because today we are a tea drinking nation, and tea penetration is 90% plus. Coffee penetration is still around 20-25%. So the amount of headroom that you have is huge. So I don't think in that sense competition is something that is worrying. It helps us to be more competitive, to do things, newer things. And as I said, it helps to grow the category. But you're right, it results in more innovation, in doing new things, and we'll continue to do that.
So Sushant, what kind of localization has happened in the Indian market?
I think localization has been there from day one. When we started, what we realized is, like I was telling you earlier, as Indians, we never just drink a beverage. Even our tea, when we have it early in the morning, you will give it with a couple of biscuits or a cookie. Even when someone comes to the house and you're offering them tea, you will always give them along with a snack or something with it. So we knew that in India, food would be a very important part of the attach.
Sure.
And when we started, we said that is something that we will localize, at least to an extent. And when we started, I remember we said 20 to 30% of the food would be local food. And the remaining would be what people would expect in a Starbucks, like the muffins, the croissants, the cookies. But the 20 to 30 would be Indian flavors, but the look and feel would be what you'd expect in a Starbucks. So food innovation and localization has been there from day one, but I think we have accelerated over a period of time. Keeping the core of our beverage the same in terms of the espresso quality, in terms of the beans, the best quality Arabica, but doing it with Indian flavors. So for example, we have the Malabar coconut milk latte.
Okay.
We have the black palm jaggery latte and the cortado. Okay, we have the Sikanji cold brew. The same consistency, the same quality, the same 3% top quality Arabica, the same roast. So at the heart, the Starbucks quality, but Indian in terms of the flavor profile. That is what we say. The third area of localization, which has helped us, is in terms of the store design. If you look at all our stores, we, in fact, even for our 500 store celebration, we actually talk of it as 500 dots.
Okay.
It is about creating this 500 communities. If you see this wall, it actually celebrates one of the estates in Coorg, which is the Nallur estate.
Okay.
It's an exact representation of that in terms of the flora, the fauna, the anima. So that is what the store design does in terms of adapting local nuances.
Sure, sure. So Sushant, what has been your learnings as a leader? I mean, of course, when the brand grows, the leader also grows, and they also have their learnings. So, any learnings you want to share with us?
For me, I spent a larger part of my career in FMCG, and retail is all about that connection and the warmth, and mainly in Starbucks, where to create that third place, it is about the connection. And one of the things I realized is that connection comes if you create the right atmosphere and culture for your partners. If the partners are happy, if you do the right things with the partners, then they can only they can convey that to the consumer. You cannot expect them to be warm if you don't have a culture of warmth within the organization.
Correct.
So I think that's the first and important learning, that in retail you need to keep your partners happy. So that is something that we have worked on. We were the first retail brand to give 5-day week. No one did that. It is an expense, right? To reduce 6 days to 5 days. But we thought that it was very important. Mainly for our women workers, we now find that we are one of the preferred workplaces because it gives them time to balance work and their family life. We were one of the first. We are not one of the first. We were the first to give parental insurance. You know, post-COVID, we have a cup fund where we help partners out in terms of whenever they have financial issues. And one of the things I realized is most of the requests were for health issues that they had with their parents. And so we actually said that we will introduce insurance for the parents, and we are the only retail company which gives 100% insurance for the parents, other than for our partners. Education, we sponsor education of our partners if they want to do higher studies beyond class 12. So there are a lot of these small things which helps to create, and I think just being fair, not and treating them as equal, like the fact that we call them partners, and we don't have the culture of trying to create hierarchy. I think creates the kind of atmosphere that helps you to then convey that to the consumers, and I think that's important.
Now the company has reached a certain scale. Of course, 500 stores is a big mark. So, like you said, that when you started, your first training was as a barista. So now, when of course you have to connect with this barista in his cafe store, does it come naturally to you, more easy to you?
Well, of course, and I think that's part of what we still do. I think anyone who joins the company has to spend a certain number of days at the store, work and do the barista training program, see what the partners are doing and how they are going through. Because at the end of the day, this is what we do. This is our business, running a store. So if you don't know what the challenges are, what the opportunities are, how does the person who is behind the counter feeling, and what is his or her comfort, discomfort, you cannot do the business well. So we still, irrespective of what position a person joins, we ensure that they do spend time at the store before they start doing the job.
And retail, of course, is an investment-heavy business. I mean, opening stores and such large stores, making them profitable. So how did you ensure that, your P&L stays in line with the growth?
You're right. It is a heavy capex business, and that is something that we continue to work on in terms of optimizing, in terms of localization, in terms of finding opportunities. But we also are pretty sure that in the long term, it is also about the quality. And there are certain standards. When you're a global brand which is available across so many countries and has 50,000 outlets, you also owe it to the larger brand not to compromise just on the short term for short-term gains. So I think that is one of the things that Starbucks does very well. the norms, the quality standards, the checks and balances that they have to ensure that each and every equipment, even in terms of the tiles that you use, the woodwork that you do, for example, the filters that you put in each of the store is of all of a certain brand, certain quality, which are all standardized so that we don't compromise on that, irrespective of the pressure on the P&L. So you have to find ways to make the P&L work after investing in quality. That's the short story.
Okay, absolutely, absolutely. And now you have a new international CEO in place. Will there be any changes in the way Starbucks is going to operate?
No, that Brian was in India the last 2 to 3 days, and I think he has gone on record and clearly mentioned that Starbucks remains a very important market for them. It is in fact one of the fastest growing markets for Starbucks globally, and they continue to be as invested in this country as before, if not more. So yeah.
Okay.
In fact, as part of that, we have I think one more commitment. It is no more just about opening stores. We have actually announced our partnership with the Starbucks Global to Tata Starbucks to support our farmers. So we are doing a partnership in terms of the farmer support partnership, where we will, and Starbucks globally has 10 of these centers, and they do a lot of work to promote and help the coffee farmers in terms of the best agronomy practices, in terms of providing seedlings, in terms of changes in climate and how they can grow new varietals.
Yeah.
All that knowledge we will actually bring to India and work with 10,000. We have taken a target of 10,000 coffee farmers over the next 5 years. So that just shows you the commitment to the market and to the country. So it is, you won't do things like this unless you are here for the long term.
Yeah, absolutely. And lastly, where does India fit in the entire global scenario?
As I said, it's one of the more important markets globally, and I think it's true for most brands, right, globally. So the opportunity is hence huge, and that's why India is so important in the larger scheme of things.
Okay, thank you. We concluded here. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.